help us. Okay, so you've heard of NPCs, the non-player characters. Is our world actually filled with backdrop people? Okay, so Dolores Cannon usually comes up in this topic, but let's take a look at what she actually said. This information is coming from Convoluted Universe Book 4 and Book 5. Okay, so these backdrop people, these NPCs, they are a collective energy. The whole soul life selection process and having a purpose and a mission, they're not a part of that because they're not individual souls. In the description, there's going to be a little play button. It's going to bring you to this video. What is a soul? A soul is when the consciousness becomes individual, but these NPCs are not individuals. Dolores is like, these people don't have souls? I don't understand. They do not. They are just images. They do not have a higher self. Dolores is like, if I touched one, would I be able to tell the difference? No, you're surrounded by them. Reality is made of many layers. They're only involved with the shallowest of layers. Dolores is like, so they're just energy. They are holographic images. Why are they here? They're here to create the experience so that light source beings that break off from the source creator and go through an individual soul evolution journey are able to learn their lessons. Those NPCs help us learn these lessons. And Dolores says because so many main player characters are here on Earth at this time to change the planet and make it better, these NPCs are on a script right now to destroy the planet. They are angry because they're here to provoke us so that we could actually pass the lesson. So this gets me thinking, what if the Karen phenomenon is our own creation and they're just NPCs? Okay, now let's check what Tim from Cosmic Disclosure says. There seems to be some non-player characters. They look like humans, they're approachable, but they have no eye awareness. Okay, so now let's take a look at this book because our conspiracy grandfather David Icke talked about this a long time ago. So David Icke breaks it into 3 categories. One being the NPCs, bodies without consciousness. They are interactive software programs. He uses the example of a carousel, how the carousel is spinning regardless. You could ride one of the horses. However, the horses that no one is riding, they're still going through the motions. They're spinning around with the rest of the horses, but there's no one there to experience it. David Icke says, some of these interactive software programs, aka NPCs, can run on other programs such as the Agent Smith character from The Matrix. If you haven't seen my video on the Agent Smith effect, it'll be the second play button in the description. Okay, now let's get to the second type that David Icke talks about. These other people do have consciousness. They are so entranced and deluded by the Matrix, it's as though they are trapped in a virtual reality prison and their identity is a programmed personality. These people are the main energy source for our Matrix, which feeds off of their fear, guilt, and frustration. We're gonna put a pin in that. Let's go to the third type. Okay, this third group is the smallest of all. These are people who have enough awareness to realize that we are in an illusion and that our true selves, beyond the walls of this software program, we are just a fractal of an infinite oneness. Now let's go one step further with this NPC thing. This blog called Ego Mind prefers to use the word non-player consciousness, which once again says they do not have individual minds. They lack these qualities because they lack awareness of themselves and others. But he chooses to use the word consciousness instead of character. One, because everything has consciousness, but also because the word is more appropriate. To con is to make someone believe something. The next part of the word means having knowledge. And the final part is your state of being. When the knowledge is deceptive, it creates our state of being. Sometimes they are also called non-source players. Once again, we see this repeated from the David Icke book. The Matrix runs on energy, specifically from source players' negative emotion. One argument for why NPCs exist is to propel the continuation of the Matrix by inciting the main player character into feeling emotions that would continue to create this reality. Well, damn. Sounds a bit Karen to me. Provoking negative emotions in order to keep that second group upset and angry so they continue to shape this negative reality. Now that second group reminds me of Truman's wife. She is a real person. Because she lacks the deeper awareness, she continues to play this role that she believes she has to. Okay, so now let's get back to Dolores. One of these NPCs become real. Yes. When you focus and interact with them, you help them evolve slightly away from that hive soul. Dolores is like, wait, so do they become real instantly? And no, it's not immediate. It won't be in this lifetime. Once again, Tim from Cosmic Disclosure says the same thing. You can evoke something in them. My soul, my consciousness could raise a soul. Okay, now something really important to remember. You'll never be able to know who's an NPC. If Pac-Man didn't have the ghosts, what would the game really be? Even though they're in the background, these people are essential to our growth and evolution as a soul. And this is why we have to have gratitude and compassion towards the things that provoke us, because they're just giving us the opportunity to learn and grow.